Hello students, let us start to discuss about an important topic that is section formula. In this section formula there are two divisions. First one is internal division and second one is the external division of any given line segment. Okay, so let us start to discuss from our first division formula, that is internal division formula. Okay, let two vectors, vector A and vector B, of two given points, means we have given a line segment AB, point A and point B. The position vector of point A is given from point O. O is the point considering as origin. So from O to A, that is a position vector of point A with respect to origin is vector A, and the position vector of point B from the origin, that is from O to B, is given as vector B, vector A. Okay, so let points A and B whose position vectors are vector A and vector B with respect to origin are given be any two vectors in the same space, and third point R whose position vector with respect to origin is given as vector R, lying in the line segment joining two points A and B, that is AB. Point R कहाँ पे है? Point R is lying on the line segment AB. Line segment is obtained from joining the given two distinct points A and B. Okay, dividing in the ratio of m is to n. Point R क्या कर रहा है? Point R is dividing the given line segment AB in the ratio of m is to n. In the ratio of m is to n. Clear हो गया? Point R divides the line segment AB internally in the ratio of m is to n. Then the position vector of point R, that is vector R, is given as m into vector B plus n into vector A dividing by m plus n. Okay, clear? So let us prove this result. Proof of this result. Since AR upon RB is given as m by n. Since point R divides the given line segment in the ratio of m is to n, then AR upon RB is equal to m into n. Taking cross multiplication, we get n into AR is equal to m into RB. Okay, so since vector AR, we can write it in the form of vector, that is n into vector R is equal to m into vector RB. Since vector AB, if we write vector AB or vector AR is collinear with vector n into vector AR. We know that if two vectors, vector A and vector m into B, are given, then we see that if these two vectors are collinear or coparallel or coinciding, ओके बात एक ही है, आप कोलिनियर बोलो या पैरेलल बोलो या कोइंसाइड बोलो, सबका सेम कंडीशन है. सो इफ वेक्टर ए एंड m into vector B are parallel, then we can write it as vector A is equal to m times vector B. Means vector B, if vector B is scalar multiple of vector B, then vector A and vector B are parallel. So we can write it in the form of vector, that is vector AR is collinear with vector n into vector AR. ओके, इसको हमने वेक्टर के फॉर्म में प्रेजेंट कर दिया. सो सिंस वेक्टर द पोजीशन वेक्टर ऑफ AR The position vector of AR is given as position vector of point R, that is OR, minus position vector of point A with respect to origin, that is OA. क्लियर हो गया? पोजीशन वेक्टर ऑफ वेक्टर AR is equal to position vector of point R minus position vector of point A. This one is equal to m into, same here, position vector of vector RV is written as position vector of point B minus position vector of point R, that is vector OR. Okay, and we know that n into position vector of OR is given as vector R. Position vector of point A with respect to origin, that is vector OA, is given as vector A is equal to m into OB. OB, that is vector B, OR, that is vector R. Okay, OB is the position vector of point B with respect to origin. OR is the position vector of point R with respect to origin, given as vector R, given as vector B. On opening this bracket, we have n into vector R minus n into vector A is equal to m into vector B minus m into vector R. Okay, since we have to find vector R, so let us collect the terms containing vector R. So vector NR यहाँ पे है, vector MR यहाँ पे है, means terms containing vector R. So we have n into vector R plus m into vector R is equal to m into vector B plus n into vector A. Okay, so we have, taking R as a common, we have m plus R. When we take vector R as a common, the remaining terms are alphabets are m and n is equal to m into vector B plus n into vector A. So vector R is written as m into vector B plus n into vector A whole divided by m plus n है, हाँ, m plus n. So इस तरीके से, in this way we can find the position vector of point R which divide the given line segment AB in the ratio of m is to n as m into vector B plus n into vector A whole dividing by m plus n is the position vector of given point R which divides the given line segment AB in the ratio of m is to n whose endpoints are A and B with position vectors vector A and vector B. Okay, clear हो गया students? ये रहा आपका पोजीशन वेक्टर. सो प्लीज मेक अ नोट. ओके, नेक्स्ट फार्मूला इज एक्सटर्नल डिवीजन फार्मूला. एक्सटर्नल डिवीजन फार्मूला. ओके, इन दिस सेक्शन वी प्रूव if two vectors A and B are given, means a line segment AB is given, line segment AB is given whose endpoints are A and B respectively and origin is given. O point is lying in space. So if we join O to A, we get a vector A, that is position vector of point A with respect to origin, and the second vector that is vector B. Then another point R is collinear with the points A and B, means point R is lying in the line of vector AB. AB के line में है, और you can say the point R is the exterior point of line segment AB. We join point B and R. B और R को हमने join किया. Then point R divides the line segment AB externally in the ratio of m is to n. In the ratio of m is to n. M is to n. Okay. Point R divides the given line segment AB in the ratio of m is to n externally. Okay. And let the position vector of point R with respect to origin is given as vector r. The position vector of point r with respect to origin is given as vector r. Okay, then the position vector of point r is given as with respect to in behalf of the ratios that is m and n is given as vector r is equal to m into vector b, m into vector b minus n into vector a, m into vector b minus n into vector a upon m minus n. Okay, so let us prove this result. Since point r divides the given line segment AB externally in the ratio of m is to n, so we can write it as AR upon BR is equal to m by n. A2R upon BR is equal to m by n. Taking cross multiplication, we get n into AR is equal to m into BR. Next, giving the vector, giving the direction, that is from A to R, from B to R, A to R and from B to R. Okay, and we know that AR is the n into AR. AR is collinear with vector n into AR. Okay, that is vector AR is the scalar multiple of vector AR is equal to m times vector BR. Okay, so the position vector of vector AR is given as the position vector of point R, that is OR, minus position vector of point A, that is OA, is equal to m times the position vector of vector BR is given as position vector of point R, that is OR, minus the position vector of point B, that is OB. So n times, we know that OR is vector R, vector OA is given as vector A. This one is equal to m times vector R minus vector OB, that is vector B. On opening the bracket, we get n into vector R minus n into vector A is equal to m into vector R minus m into vector B. Since we have to find vector R, so let us collect the terms containing vector R. So vector n R यहाँ पे है और यहाँ पे है, तो एक काम कीजिए, एम बी माइनस एम बी को इस साइड लीजिए, दैट इज नेगेटिव एम बी बिकम्स पॉजिटिव एम इंटू वेक्टर बी, और यहाँ पे क्या था, माइनस एन इंटू वेक्टर ए इज इक्वल टू एम इंटू वेक्टर आर. This one is a positive, n into vector r is a positive, becomes negative to the right hand side of the equal. This one is equal to r times vector m of m, that is scalar, minus n. यहाँ पे m into vector b minus n into vector a. So in this way we can calculate vector r is equal to m into vector b minus n into vector a whole divided by m into n. So this one is our external division formula, that is point R divides the given line segment AB in the ratio of m is to n externally. Okay, that is vector R is equal to m into vector B minus n into vector A. m किसके पास किससे मल्टीप्लाई होगा, m is multiplied with vector B, n is multiplied with vector A, and दोनों का सब्ट्रैक्शन, दोनों का जो रेशो है, द m and n are subtracted in denominator. So we get the external division formula and the formula for section formula, that is external division formula. Okay, clear हो गया? Understand? Any doubt? Please make a note. So this one is the this all about for section formula, that is internal division and external division formula, and we get both formula in derivation. Okay, students, please make a note. Clear?